Hey, what's going on, guys? It's that big guy here again, and today we got the Bloodmaul Slag Mines. I will be talking during the boss fights, and then during the trash mobs, I'll be playing music, but I hope you like and subscribe. Alright, guys. Okay, here's the overview. The Slave Watcher Grostro attacks the party with powerful crushing attacks that break the earth beneath him. He periodically calls upon captured miners to aid him, but some of the slaves take the opportunity to fight him for their freedom and to help you guys out. The damage dealers. Damage dealers kill hostile captured miners so they do not overwhelm you guys. Healers, hostile captured miners will focus on allies who have been struck by crushingly. Tanks just interrupt slave watchers. Ferocious yell because it does increase damage by 10%. So you gotta watch out for that. It's a fairly easy boss fight. It's a kind of a tank and spank. You just make sure the DPS kills the ads. You don't want too many ads up at one time. You gotta watch out for some of his attacks on the ground. He stuns you with a kind of like earth binding you to the ground, and for some reason he targets you. And here's the second boss. Forge Master Grogdul hurls two greater elementals at the party in an attempt to buy time. When the Forge Master is critically wounded, big giant magna guys escape from the furnace and engages the party. The magma guys periodically call in molten elements to assist them. DPS. While Forge Master is still alive, defeat the elementals called into combat. Interrupt the firestorm so you won't prevent heavy damage fire. Healers dispel the dancing flames and the whirling flames quickly to prevent the spreading of uninterrupted firestorms. Tanks rogue splash and do high amounts of damage and stun players, so try to interrupt those.
I am a rock slide, crushed by earth.
This boss was fairly easy. He wasn't really that big, like, you know, that hard to do compared to some of the other instances where there's a lot more mechanics. Practically just as soon as the big giant molten guys come, you just gotta nuke them down and go back to the boss. It's just like the first one, tank and spank. You know, you gotta take care of the ads. You don't want the ads to get out of control. But other than that, it was a pretty easy fight.
Servants to me. Trust my word. To me alive, Rotar. They will fetch an excellent price.
And the third boss that we got is Rawtail. Stands motionless at the end of the bridge, calling down fire and molten slag to crush its enemies. Okay, for the DPS, this is your job. Avoid the fury boulders that he throws on the ground, rolling down the hill. It will stun you and knock you back a little bit. It can push you off the bridge, I think. For healers, avoid the fury boulders too. Tanks, avoid it. It's a big circle on the ground. It's not hard to miss. It does about 14,000 to 15,000 damage to all enemies within 8 yards of the impact. The boulder rolls down the hill. It was a very easy boss. The only mechanic you gotta worry about is moving away from the boulders. Other than that, it's a tank and spank and very easy to do. Alright guys, we got the last boss, the Elementalist Gorgrok, sorry if I couldn't pronounce it, hurls a blast of molten rock at enemies. He periodically summons unstable slags of elements that slowly move towards its kill, surging destruction energy if they are unable to reach their goal. Okay, DPS. Interrupt his Molten Blast to prevent him from getting Molten Core, which is like a buff for him. Defeat unstable slags as soon as they spawn and reach their targets. They will kill whoever they're trying to reach. And also, like, watch out because there's a lot of AoE on the ground, so you definitely gotta watch out for that. And for healers, be prepared for unstable slag elements to inflict damage to their party. And tanks, pretty much just interrupt the Molten Blast too, to keep that Molten Core off of them. I hope this guide really helped out you guys. All my facts were found on Wohead and in the Dungeon Journal. If you ever need help, those two are the best ways to get it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and there's going to be a lot more as soon as I get into some of the other dungeons. Alright guys, you stay classy.
Elements hear me and obey. Burn! You will never be